In this video, traders, we're going to look at 7 ways that winning traders handle losers. Stay tuned. Hey traders, a very warm welcome to you. Okay, so the difference between winning traders and losing traders, or successful and non-successful traders, is often the way that those winners handle losers. So how do winning traders handle losers? I've got 7 ways for you here. Let's look at them, let's explain them, and more importantly, let's see if we can put them into our own trading or into your own trading to improve your own trading. All right, number one. Number one is develop positive beliefs around losses. Very often, losing traders have negative connotations with the loss. They think, hey, it's a loss, it's a real bad thing. It's not a loss, it's just a losing trade. It's not win, lose, success, not success. It's just a losing trade. They realize it's a losing trade. They get feedback from it. They don't look at it as anything more than something to learn from. It's a mistake or it's not a mistake. We'll go to that in a second, but they don't look at it as anything negative. They try to change the way they feel about it. And that's easier said than done. I get it. We can't just suddenly click our fingers and say, hey, we positively believe that losses are great. Yeah, you know, I don't buy that stuff. It takes time. And that takes time by saying, hey, listen, you know, I'm at this period of losses, but I learned from that. I tweaked and adjusted my strategy. And look, without those losses, I wouldn't now have this profitable strategy. It's a reframing the whole process of losing and losing trades. And also the terminology we use, like loss and win, sometimes that needs to be adjusted as well slightly. All right. Number 2, keeping things in perspective. This is a big one. You know, you've got a losing trade. You might in the moment, heat of the moment, think this is the worst thing ever. But look, how many trades are you making a week? How many trades are you making a month? How many trades are you making in a lifetime? What percentage of your total trade number is that one trade? Probably 0.001%. Put it in perspective. It's nothing. Even if it was a loss that was quite devastating, put it into perspective. You know, say, hey, how does that fit in with my whole trading career? Where am I going to go? What's this? What's that? Most of the time it's irrelevant. And when you put things in perspective, you can dampen down the emotion that comes with the loss. Okay, number 3, guys, learning and move on. The quicker you can evaluate, assess, and move on, the better. Very often there's nothing much to learn from it. A loss is a loss, and in which case, if it's bugging you, you need to accept that and say, hey, listen, I did what I should have done. It didn't work out this time. No problem. Have I done everything right? I have. Have I made a mistake here? Oh, I've made a mistake here. Let me note that down. Let me learn from it and move on. What we don't want to do is just discard every single loser, because we're never going to learn from the mistakes we make. But if the losers aren't mistakes as such, they're just losing trades, that's fine. Allocate that into that box, move on. All right, number 4, take an overview when evaluating. Definitely something the best traders do is step back. You take a third-person overview and say, hey, you know what, how have you performed? As if you were evaluating, I've mentioned this before, if you were evaluating an employee of yours. You employed that person, that guy or girl, to trade for you, and you were looking at them and saying, hey, let me have a look at what you've done. So really, you're objectively assessing what's gone on rather than being emotionally involved in it. You're objectively assessing it and saying, okay, that's where you've gone wrong there. You've entered too early, you've done too much size, your stop was a little bit too tight, maybe you did this, maybe you did that, and adjusting it. Or, hey, you know what? It was a great trade. This one didn't work out, but your stop was in a perfect place. Your risk was perfect. You didn't lose too much. Good trade. And that's the key sometimes to looking at it. All right. Number 5, they don't let a losing trade equal I'm a loser. Another big one. Very often, guys, you know, traders who are losing are ones who are really attaching their kind of net value, if you like, or their self-worth is the phrase I'm looking for, to the losing trade. So the losing trade, oh man, I'm such a bad trader, I'm a losing trader, I'm a loser, I've made this losing trade, that losing trade. You can't do that. You have to look at things objectively and know that, hey, even if you are losing over that period of time, that trade doesn't matter. It's just another step forward on your journey to improvement. And as we said before, you know, keep things in perspective. It may be a loss. There may be a loss that is okay. It's a loss that it was part of the strategy. It's not the end of the world. It's not catastrophic. It's not going to kill you. It's part of the game. You might have executed everything correctly. You might have made a mistake. If you've made a mistake, you learn and you move on. This is the difference, guys, between the winners and the losers. Learning from mistakes, learn, improve, and progress, rather than hate yourself, losing, hate yourself, I'm so bad, I'm a loser, I'm a bad trader, blow up. That's the distinct difference. Okay, last one, guys. Develop a post-loss ritual. Something that some boxers do and golfers do is listen, when they've had a bad day or they've had a bad fight or whatever it may be, or bad shot, there's a post-loss ritual. In other words, they kind of take a step back, they evaluate, whatever that may be for you. Take a step back, evaluate, analyze it, assess it, accept it, move on. Whatever that ritual is for you, do something that allows you to say, okay, well, I've evaluated it, I've checked it, have I done anything drastic? Is there anything I need to change now? I.e., am I going crazy? Am I trading on tilt? No, it's just something that's happened here. Is this a recurring theme? No. Do I need to overanalyze it now, or do I need to analyze it later? Yes, no, check, move on, put it behind me. That helps you put a mental line under the loss and move on to the next trade. And you identify that trade. If that happens to be a loser again, you do the same kind of thing. You just repeat the process. You don't have to let it dwell. You don't have to think about it too much. And most importantly, you don't have to let it equal your self-worth. All right, guys, thumbs up if you like this kind of stuff. Let me know the thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.